Okay.
We can have mess ups, right? Because you can edit them out. Okay.
Yeah.
Are we going to redo the intro?
We probably should.
We should, because there's just 2 of us, not 3 of us. And I think you mentioned 3. And then also we can put something in there around like Kansas City moms or something like that.
Yeah.
Midwest moms or something of the sort.
Back to the same guy that did the editing last time. We just might not launch it Monday. We might launch it the following Monday.
Oh, you had a guy.
Yeah. I had him like, yes.
You recorded it, sent it to him. He added the.
Which he was fast. I think he did it in like a couple of days.
Did you pay for that?
Yeah. But
let me pay for it this time.
Okay.
Okay.
That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll look and see. I think I said 3 moms. Wait,
ready?
Are you ready? Season 2.
Season 2.
Or 4 or 3. What do we say? We don't know.
We'll call it season 2.
I like season 2.
Yeah, it's a fresh start. Season 2.
That's good.
I know. I really love it.
Have you ever made adult beverages with Topo Chico?
Sure haven't. Lindsay drank it all the time when she was pregnant and we were all drinking.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where that came from. And really, I love the Starburst flavored water.
Yep.
They didn't have it at Quick Trip, so that's why I got these.
I do like those. I like.
It's like ice or icy or something. They're so delicious.
3% juice. That's almost healthy.
Almost.
Okay, you want to get started?
Yep.
With our conversations?
Yes.
Let's just catch up.
Okay.
What are we doing?
So we started this podcast last year. There was 3 of us, and it was really, really hard to get 3 busy moms together at the same time.
Moms together.
Lots of kids, lots of activities, lots of work, real tough. Tori was our 3rd gal, and we love Tori. She just lives really far away. But we'll try to have her on sometime in season 2.
Yeah, perfect.
And so we've kind of gotten together, and we have a whole bunch of different topics we're excited to talk about. We're going to kind of hone in on where we live, which is Kansas City, and just kind of have an unfiltered, type B, chaotic mom podcast. We're here to make you feel normal.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Disastrous life. I have on slippers for the fun, and they're like not even cute slippers. They're like slippers. You know what this is? That's attached to my slipper. Can you guess?
No.
It's a piece of a poofy puffer that the dog shredded.
What's a poofy puffer?
A loofah.
Oh.
What do you call it?
A loofah.
Oh, okay. I call it poofy puffer.
Also, like what was just representing chaos for me when I was walking into your house was walking past your car and your phone charger is just dangling out of your door all the way to the grass. Door slammed shut on it. It is. I was like, well, I'm at the right house.
For that, but that's great. We're with good company. Okay, you know what? I think from last season, 2 things that went really well were our mom wins and fails, our what's in your gym bag, and our what's in the tip. Just the tip. So let's start with that.
What is in the tip?
What is in the tip? We don't know. Sometimes we find out. We're like, oh,
yeah. Let's start with mom fail, and then we'll go into win.
Great. What's your mom fail?
I want to hear yours.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so we just wrote these down, and I was like, what am I going to share? We have decided that while last season we might have been a little bit muted, maybe we were careful with what we said.
We were protecting ourselves.
Our branding, maybe. I don't know.
We didn't know what we were doing and what we wanted.
Yeah, we were just being a little more filtered. We're going to be really unfiltered this time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so here's what happened with the nipple covers. So I hate bras. I rarely wear them. And I like the little plasticky nipple covers that just stick on there if I don't want my nipples out. Well, mine got like where I needed new ones. And I was like, maybe I want to try the disposable ones. So I got on Amazon and I bought some disposable nipple covers. But you had 2 options. Option 1 was like just solid neutral. And option 2 were like fun designs and like stars and hearts. I'm sure they're like lingerie, right? But I was like, why wouldn't I wear fun ones? They're the same price. So I bought like a 30-pack of random nipple covers.
Oh my gosh.
So fast forward 2 weeks ago, Lincoln and David are 9. They were in the bathroom, found my nipple covers, and put them on.
Of course they did.
They put them on. So Lincoln had hearts. David had X's over his nipples, and they're running around the house in my nipple covers.
How did they know those belonged on nipples?
I don't know. I don't know. Actually, now that you say that, they know that I don't wear a bra because they're old enough now that it's been like, it's come up a few times, like, Mom, when our friends are here, will you please wear a bra? That's true.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, I don't know if I will or not. Maybe your generation can just get over it because they're nipples.
They should. Free them.
I free them. Yeah. So
With an occasional decorative sticker.
if I'm in a professional environment, I'll just put some nipple covers on. I don't know. So that was my mom fails. I felt like maybe I should have hid the nipple covers because someday they're gonna realize that that was probably like lingerie, even though I'm not wearing it in that way.
So my issue with the nipple cover is that it doesn't help.
It doesn't lift them. Mm-mm.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
like going up and down stairs.
That is.
If I'm hustling.
Well, mine are fake. I had a boob job, so it's really just to cover people.
Oh, see.
We talked about that, didn't we?
Yeah.
Another one. Yeah. So I forgot that. Yeah, they really stay.
And mine aren't. Mine, if I went outside without a shirt on, would blow in the wind like this.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So anyway, that was my mom fail, is the nipple covers with the 9-year-old.
Kind of a win.
Maybe.
If you ask me.
Yeah, maybe a win. Maybe.
Okay, my mom fail is actually kind of boring and definitely not that exciting.
Okay.
Last night, take my daughter to her dance. Didn't even know it was watch night, but it was. So I walked in there acting like I already knew it was watch night. Sat down, got handed these papers. Their recital dresses are out, ready to put them on, try them on. I'm like, oh, this is so fun. Scout's going to be so excited. And I have the paper in my hand, and I look down, and their recital is June 1st. What day will we be on vacation? June 1st. Yeah, but that's the day we leave. So we're trying to figure it out. But that's a mom fail. Like, it's been in my calendar this whole time. So when you book a vacation, you look in your calendar and you're like, yo, my 3-year-old has her very first dance recital. Maybe let's not book the vacation.
Leave the next day.
On that day.
Yeah. That's a good one.
So that was definitely a mom fail that happened.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
Okay. What's your mom win?
My mom win, okay, is those animals that you can ride at the mall. Did you see my Instagram yesterday?
No.
So, not yesterday, Tuesday. My kids are on spring break, and so I took Hudson out. What do you do with a 10-year-old boy who plays Fortnite all the time? And you can't take them to Fun Run. You can't take them to the zoo. He's way too cool for any of that. So we went to Prehistoric Putt, which, have you ever been there?
I have. I like that.
It's so fun.
Yes, and Independence. Since we're Kansas City based, we can talk about it. Right?
Yeah, yeah.
So Prehistoric Putt, Dinosaur Putt Putt.
It's so fun.
So cute.
Every little course that you go to, there's something new. You're zip lining, you're playing pool, but with your golf ball. Yeah. It's so fun.
Really family friendly.
Great for 3-year-olds, great for 10-year-olds, great for if you're just wanting to go out with your friends.
Double date.
Yeah. Yeah. So fun. Super. So then afterwards, we went to the old Independence Center.
Didn't get shot, thank God.
Thank God. We didn't, and actually, no, it's actually quite lovely in there.
It is nice.
It's still just a great space. I want all the good stores to go back in there because in the winter, I want to go shopping from door to door to door without freezing my asshole off. Can we say that, asshole?
We're unfiltered.
We are unfiltered.
We can't say, can we say that? I think we just have to.
We just say it, yeah. I don't want to freeze my asshole off when I'm shopping from store to store. And like, there's a Build-A-Bear in Blue Springs now, but you have to get out of your car and go in the front door. But if I can just go to Build-A-Bear, then go to Famous Footwear, then go to American Eagle, like, that's what I like. So if they could just get it together over there and
turn the lights on at night.
Yeah, what I'm really fearful of, though, while I was there, and you know, maybe this is a really good thing. Maybe it's a great thing. I don't want to put anyone down, but there's a tattoo shop going in there.
Okay.
Where the old candy store was. But next to the tattoo shop, you can get these animals for rent. And they go 10 miles per hour, and they hold up to 300 pounds.
Wait, like a scooter?
Yeah. But it's an animal on all fours. And you get on and you just, and you can go anywhere in the mall on this thing. There's no rules. You go up and over the bridge, except for I think that is a rule. You're not supposed to go on the bridge, but when you go down the bridge, you go so freaking fast. Oh, and there's just patrons walking, and you're like, beep, beep, excuse me. Hudson's was playing Taylor Swift music. Mine wasn't. But these things are fun.
How much was it?
$10, $12 for 10 minutes. 10 minutes was enough for me. Hudson, we're going to keep going. And there's a little timer on there. And when it goes off, you have 2 minutes to report back.
So just take a ride at the tattoo shop.
Just pop in the tattoo shop. You know what? You can go up to Claire's, get your ears pierced. Then you can ride on down to the tattoo parlor.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, that sounds great.
Yeah. I'm rooting for the Independence Center.
Yeah, I really would like for it. I mean, it's only 5 minutes from here.
Yeah.
I think they can have a comeback.
They still have American Eagle in there. Anna Journeys.
Okay.
And their Dillard's.
Dick's is there.
Dick's is there.
Mm-hmm. We hit that Dick's sometime.
Yeah.
You really do.
We hit that Dick's
We hit that
sometimes.
Dick's. Speaking of my win.
Oh.
Yeah, no, that's what it is. My win is bedtime. So bedtime with the blended family was a disaster. It just was because everybody had different stuff we were trying to do. And so we really just settled in for the last like 6 months of we don't actually care. The 3-year-old goes to bed when they're supposed to, but the big kids, like maybe everybody's asleep by 10. And it's been a
Oh, yeah. We're that way.
Yeah. So what we started, we only have them 50% of the time, but what we started like 4 sleep nights ago was at 8 o'clock, we collect all the screens, and then screens go all the way away at 9. Okay, so from 8 to 9, you have to shower if it's a shower night, get your last snacks, and brush your teeth. And once all of that's done, you can have your iPad back until 9 o'clock.
Oh.
And so it motivates them. Jammies are on, teeth are brushed, and then at 9 o'clock, you go down to your room or up to your room, whatever, and then you can like color or draw, but it's a no screen thing. And they're not actually asleep like much faster, but it's a lot less chaotic, it feels like.
Yeah. I actually really love that.
Yeah. So 8 o'clock, collect the screens, you're ready for bed, and you get it back. And sometimes it's like they're ready by 8:15 because they want screen time. Or the other night, Lincoln and I played Monopoly for 45 minutes, and he was all ready for bed.
Love it.
So yeah, I think that's what we're going to try to do.
I like that. Yeah. I need something like that, but like Fortnite.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Roblox is ours.
Oh, yeah.
Is that younger than Fortnite?
Yeah. Parker's really into Roblox. Oh. And so is Scout, but I had to take their iPads away from them currently. So we just don't have them at all.
Okay.
So I need to think of something else. Because while I could implement that rule, Scout, she's still really little. So, and Parker too. It's just an emotional mess when it's time for the iPads to go away. Yeah. And it's just hard. So we just save them for doctor's appointments. You can have your iPad. Long car rides, you can have your iPad. Mm-hmm. And then Hudson's different. He just is unlimited and he doesn't throw fits when it's time. He's a boy. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, what's in your gym bag this week?
In my gym bag is a weed pen.
Really?
Yeah.
Unfiltered.
Unfiltered. So I'm not a weed girly. Never have really just like, that has never relaxed me. In fact, it's always giving me more anxiety than what I enjoyed. So like everyone else is like hitting their
amount of anxiety.
Yeah. I don't know. Probably no type of anxiety is enjoyable, but
function with some.
Yeah, for sure. And so I've just never like found the right thing for me. And so to relax, like I'll have a quirk or a little seltzer or whatever, drink some ZQL on the regular, 3 chugs.
For real? Is that a movie quote that I should
know?
Really? Chug ZQL?
Like I don't measure it in the cup. It's
that's great.
3 chugs. Oh yeah.
Huh. I've never done that.
Yeah. I'm trying to wean myself off of it because I think it's bad for your liver and probably like a lot of other things. Like we're on year 2 of 3 chugs per night.
No, I think we go ahead and give that up.
So in the process of trying to get rid of that and not drink as much, I needed something. I have 3 kids and I'm busy and I just need to unwind. So I sent my husband into the weed store. That's around the corner, Lottawanna.
Which is, we should say in case people aren't from Missouri, it's legal.
It is legal. Yeah. It is.
It's like this whole freeing. I wouldn't do it when it was illegal.
Me neither. Oh gosh,
I'm never going to go buy it off the street.
Oh heck no. And that would, I think that's like what brought on so much anxiety for me.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm going to take 1 hit of this and CPS is going to be at my door.
Immediate drug screen. All my friends are going to drug screen.
Yeah.
I'll take ZQL.
Yeah. 3 chugs.
That should be a movie quote.
It should be, and a form of measurement.
Absolutely. I'd say most people's chugs are the same.
Very similar.
Yeah, women anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So weed pins in your bag.
So weed pins. So I sent my husband at the weed store because I'm too embarrassed to go in there so far. Maybe I'll work my way into it. But I was like, I need something that's going to help me go to sleep. I need something that's not going to give me anxiety. And I just want to relax.
Okay.
And I want it to hit quick. Like, I don't want to like do it and then just like sit around and wait for the effect.
Mm-hmm.
Which is like what I feel like when you drink. You have to like drink like 3 whole cans and then you've got this big full belly and then you're peeing all night long. It's just not working for me anymore.
There's a headache the next day.
Mm-hmm. This, and you don't get as good of sleep, so you feel a little bit like less rested the next day. And I'm a weed pin girly, and it's not in my gym bag. I only do it at night when the kids are in bed. Who do you think I am? But yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah.
I also new member of the Weed Pin Society.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I love it. And at night,
I love it too. At night,
I'm way too high strung and productive during the day. I'm done. My brain shuts off. Yeah.
I actually texted my husband yesterday and I said, I am literally daydreaming about doom scrolling in my bed after hitting the pen.
This is how it starts.
Yeah.
It's great. And what's really funny, whenever we talked about the fact that we were going to bring up marijuana and be open about it this season, I kind of tested it with a few professional contacts and other mom friends. Everybody's doing it.
Everybody's doing it.
It's not weird. Stop hiding it from each other. We can talk about it, at least in Missouri.
Yeah. I made a new mom friend this year and come to find out, she hits the pin too.
Right.
Yeah.
And I feel like maybe it's going to be like, you know how you have some friends who drink a lot of alcohol sometimes and you're like, hey, you okay? At any point and I have a friend who like is hitting their pin all the time. I'll be like, hey, you okay? You know, like,
like a little check-in.
Each other a little bit.
Yeah.
If you're parenting high every night, we're probably going to have a conversation.
I
care about you.
Oh, and you know what? Mine is like a little bit THC and a little bit CBD.
Mine too.
And I think it's just like 2.5 THC. With oils. I actually don't know the concoction, but I do know there's a mixture in there.
But I did go into the weed store because I was like, I want to know what I'm doing. And I just told the guy, like, I'm new to this. I want a pin and I want you to pretend like I'm your little sister. Like, what would you like? Give me the good stuff, but like,
I want to compare notes. I want to compare what mine is to yours.
I don't know what it is anymore.
We can have a weed party.
A weed party. So anyway, balance.
Okay, back to it. We are good moms. We are
good moms. What's in my gym bag? Did I get it?
Yeah, there it is.
Okay. Not on the video, but you can just see it later. Tanologist Express Tan Tinted Self Tan Mousse, and I love it. I love it for summer. So I like this Tanologist brand, and I have a little mitt, and I just rub it on. This Express Tan, you only have to leave it on for 4 hours.
That's a long time.
Okay, but it's not.
So when do you do it? Because I literally just got this in Amazon. Mine's not that color of bottle, but it's that same shape and it came with the mitt. Mm-hmm. And it's been sitting on my bathroom counter because I have to marinate in it for 2 hours, which is cool. But I'm like, what 2 hours am I just going to sit here like this? Do you sleep in it?
Okay, so I used to sleep in. I had another one that was an Express, and it was like 6 to 8 hours to develop, and I would sleep in it. But it does make your sheets smell funny.
Yeah.
So then I got the Express, and I just will be like, if I'm around the house or like, I don't work out in it, but I have done business stuff.
So like the kids are at school and you're home for the day, you'll put it on in the morning. See, I need to find my 2 hours and I'll report back.
Yeah. So I really like that brand, and it doesn't strip.
What's the brand?
Tanologist, I think.
Tanologist.
Looking at this, I feel like this is not the one that I had the unexpressed version of, but we can link to some of them. I do like this one. I've tried it a few times, but I don't think the Express lasts as long as the regular. Like if this lasts for 3 days, the other one lasted for 5 or 7.
Oh.
Yeah. So,
unless you don't shower, and then it could give you a couple extra days.
I shower a lot.
Do you?
Mm-hmm.
I don't.
Mm-hmm. I really
Unfiltered? I don't.
Shower.
I hate showering. I love to take a bath. I take a bath almost every day.
Okay. Huh. Have you ever had issues with the vagina in the bath?
No vagina issues in the bath.
Dirty water is going to get inside it. Is that a thing?
Unless you're are you slurping it up there?
I'm not. I clench my butt cheeks in the bath a lot. I wiggle around. I'm very careful. I'm scared it's going to.
I don't like use it as like a cleaning tool. I use it as a relaxing tool. That still doesn't take away that I'm like soaking. Well, when my kids are drinking bath water, I'm saying to them that they are drinking butt water.
Yes. Right. And I don't want that in my vagina.
It's not an open tunnel.
I just get nervous. I get scared. Maybe I'll try and I'll report back.
Okay. Ready, break.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Hey, what's your just the tip?
Okay, so just the tip, and this is just very broad and very basic, and it's just an epiphany that I had this morning. And I was like, oh, I'm going to talk about this on the podcast. Don't try to do all of the things. You don't have to be good at everything. So for the last 2 years, you can ask my husband because I don't know if anyone here has ever tried to make sourdough. I wanted to be a sourdough maker. I wanted to provide bread for my family every morning. I wanted to use the discard to make cookies for the neighbors and cinnamon rolls and whatever. I was following all the TikToks. I tried so hard, and I ain't never had a sourdough turn out. The second time around, I couldn't even get it to rise.
How many times do you think you've tried?
I tried for 2 years. This last round, I was on like day 48 of trying to get it to double so that I could start making it. It didn't ever double. I tried different flours. I tried different methods. I bought a book from Barnes & Noble. And you know what?
In the Independence Mall?
There's not one in there anymore. There's one in Blue Springs right by Target. It's new.
That's right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. And if you ever want to jump on the sourdough journey, I want to tell you to not, because I feel like we're similar enough that it's just not for people like us. And I wanted it badly, and my husband hated it because flour was all over my kitchen because I am not a neat person. 2, once that stuff, what's it even called? I'm such as not sourdough person. I don't even know what the dough is called. No, the whole point of sourdough is there's no yeast. You're creating your own yeast. And well, last week I bought my first loaf of sourdough from a gal at the gym named Maggie. If you need fresh sourdough, I got a girl. She's really, really, really good. I've been making sandwiches, avocado toast, and it's the best thing ever. Her videos are so cute. It's so delicious. Clearly, she's got the skill down, and I just need to let other people be good at stuff and just understand that I don't have to be good at everything.
Yeah, I don't feel like sourdough's your jam. Don't you have to?
I'm not even a baker.
Like you have to do it at certain times?
Yes.
Yeah. It's like more work than trying.
You have to feed it. I already feed 3 kids. I think I'm going to feed a sourdough?
I don't think you are.
A starter?
You tried it.
I tried for 2 years. This Christmas, I put on my list. I got all the little tools for sourdough. I have a book called The Sourdough Whisperer. She couldn't even help me.
Sell it.
I'm just going to give it to Maggie probably.
She has that whole oven and everything.
I know.
Really happy for her.
Yeah.
We can have her on the podcast.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll add it.
We'll add her to the list. But yeah, you don't have to be good at everything.
No. Matter of fact, better once you figure out some things you're bad at.
Yeah. And delegate the things you're bad at to other people.
Mm-hmm. Gonna probably pay for it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah.
I don't mind.
Any tips this week?
That's all. I like your tip.
Okay.
Things you don't want to do that you're bad at.
Yeah. That was a very long intro, but it's been a while.
It was. We had a lot to catch up on.
We did.
Hey, you want to talk about our topic this week?
Our topic this week?
You introduce it.
Okay, so this is weird health things that we've tried. And this started from a lunch that Rebecca and I had together a couple weeks ago that we had to reschedule 6 times because. And I had just returned from Magic Mike, which we'll get into that later. We'll talk about Magic Mike later. And she had just returned from acupuncture previously in the week. Mm-hmm. And we were like, you know what? And we like talked all lunch about these weird health things that we've tried.
Right.
And so we decided to make it an episode. Funky health things that we've tried.
That we tried and either loved or hated.
Right.
Okay, so I'll go first.
Okay.
A funky health thing that I keep doing last year, because the house that I sold was like on the water. And so I really wanted to be outside. And I think my TikTok knew that. And so my TikTok started telling me about grounding. Do you know what grounding is?
It's just where you're barefoot on the ground.
Barefoot on the ground 5 to 10 minutes a day. It's supposed to reduce your anxiety and connect you to nature. And I watched a lot of people, and I don't know if I ever believed them talk about like energy in the earth that soaks up to your toes. Well, but it sounded good. So for a good 90 days last summer, I went outside and I sat in the grass and let my toes hang out on the grass. Better if there's morning dew, they say.
Okay, so you would go out there and watch the sunrise.
Sometimes, yeah, or the sunset. 5 to 10 minutes a day, grounded my ass right to that.
Well, you lived on really good ground right there on the lake.
My grass sucked. My neighbor liked the grass, but it was a pretty view.
Yep.
And still love my weed.
So results.
Results, I don't think that I noticed anything
Okay.
really at all, other than I felt a little crazy and hippie, which I like to feel that way.
Yeah.
So yeah, I personally did not experience being any more grounded.
But it was worth a try.
I tried it, and TikTok had a lot of really passionate people about grounding.
Okay. When you ground, do you just stay stuck to the ground, or can you walk?
Traipse around a bit and go on a journey. Okay. Yeah. I don't think you're supposed to do it on concrete. It's supposed to be like grass or
like natural earth.
Natural earth, yeah.
I'm allergic to grass, so I don't think that would be a great experience for me.
You also couldn't ground. What do you mean you're allergic to grass? I'm
allergic to grass, every tree, every bush. So if you see me doing this, it's the spring.
It gets in your ear holes, huh?
It doesn't get in there, but it's just very itchy. And actually, I went to an ENT and they told me I have eczema in my ears.
Okay. Huh?
I don't know how we got here.
Huh? I don't know. Well, that was grounding.
Okay, yeah. Yeah. I'm very
allergic
allergic to the ground.
Yeah, I did. I was dedicated to it, though. I probably even posted some stuff about it. No, wouldn't recommend.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So on a scale from 1 to 10?
3.
3. Okay.
Mentally, I felt good about it, and I think being outside is good for you.
Yeah, totally. Vitamin D. There's science behind that for sure. Okay, we're going to get into mine, and this isn't even something that's that crazy, but my experience is sometimes a little bit crazy. So I, since high school, have dealt with something called sciatica, and it has to do with your sciatic nerve, and it sometimes is very painful, hard to sleep, hard to walk, hard to sit in the car for a long time. And in college, I played soccer in college, and I was going to chiropractors. I was doing, I did acupuncture in college, but for that, not for my mental health.
Interesting. Okay.
Okay. Maybe it was dry needling. Are they similar?
I think they're similar. I've never dry needled. I think we'll talk about it.
Okay, we'll talk about it. And none of it worked. I was always in pain. Everything was tight on that side. I was told that I was missing a lumbar. I was told that my legs were 2 different sizes, so I walked weird.
Oh, God.
And so really, I even went to a orthopedic surgeon, and they were actually, they were so rude because I was in college. My mom was at work, so I just went to this appointment by myself. And they wouldn't even really talk to me because they thought I was too young to be there without a parent.
Too young to have a body.
Too young to have a body that needs repaired.
Right.
But anyway, a few years ago, back in 2021, I found this guy named Magic Mike. He doesn't know that I call him Magic Mike. That is not his real name. He's just Michael. And he does body work, and he does cupping. He does hot stones. He is very intuitive. I could walk in there and not tell him what was wrong, and he would immediately go to the spot that's the problem issue. It's so crazy, but your experience, one time, my whole butt was cupped, and we went outside, and I walked backwards around his house, not his house, his office building, and went back inside, and we returned to the body work, but it fixed my sciatica.
To walk around with, was it one big cup?
No, it was a bunch of little ones. And I'm not saying that specifically fixed me, but every time I leave his place of practice, I'm a new woman.
Wow.
And I don't have sciatic issues anymore at all. And I go there for headaches. I go there because I just had knee surgery, and he just does all the things. But the thing is he does this in his basement, and my husband knows how good I feel after this that he doesn't even question it. He's like, "You got your location on, babe?" And I'm like, "Yeah." But I mean, you are covered in essential oils from head to toe.
Yeah.
You dive into his basement, and you're in there for 2.5 hours. And he's really nice and so awesome. And the whole time he's working on you, he's telling you what body part he's working and why he's doing this. And it's so incredible. So if you're finding yourself in any pain, go to Magic Mike's basement.
Huh.
One time,
Just hop on down there.
hop on down there. You go in through the garage. But he's so awesome. And anytime someone tells me about a pain, I'm like, Magic Mike can fix it. My friend, I'm not going to say her name because I don't know that she wants to be famous. He knew she was pregnant before she knew. He was working on her and he was like, are you pregnant? And she was like, I hope so, because she had been trying. And turns out she was.
What in the world?
It's wild.
What's his training?
Everything. Like one time he wrapped a blanket around my head and was like, I didn't know at first what was going to happen. But I mean, I don't, he's not a chiropractor, but he knows what he's doing when he's popping.
He's a body.
He'll like pick up the skin on my back and my back's like,
I will go to him.
Yeah, it's
After I
great.
figure out my bath time issues, I will go see Magic Mike.
Yeah, I highly recommend. 10 out of 10 for me.
10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Okay. Huh. I'll put him on my list.
Yeah, go to his basement.
Okay. So my next thing is acupuncture.
Okay.
Which I've tried a couple times now. So I tried it a year ago because I, like, not for anything physical, but all mental. I had heard, like, it'll snap you out of some stuff. And that's what I was looking to do a year ago. So my therapist quit. She retired. R.I.P.
No,
I do want her to rest happily in her retirement.
Yes.
So anyway, I'm mourning her loss, and I decided I was going to try some acupuncture again instead of like talk therapy. And so I went into this lady, and she is like a Chinese medicine doctor, like straight from the 60s. And she looked at my whole body everywhere. Like she did an analysis of how I stand and all the things. And I felt like when I was in there every once in a while, she would kind of like glaze over, and that she was like seeing parts of me that I don't know exist. Do you know what I mean?
I
Like,
do.
weird aura.
Yeah. I mean, Magic Mike makes me feel that way sometimes. I'm like, you know me better than I know me, Magic Mike. But I call him Michael. I don't call him Magic Mike.
I think this lady's name's Sandra.
Feels right. Yeah.
Sandra looked at all my stuff, and then she started poking me with these needles. But so acupuncture, whenever you're not doing it for like injuries, her whole goal is to like balance your body. And they believe, Chinese medicine doctors believe, that there's like energy that runs through your body. And when you have traumatic events or shit you're not dealing with, it gets like stopped in places. That's why your shoulders get tight or your hip gets tight, and we all hold stress differently. So she's trying to like get the stress to release.
It's like your energy in a traffic jam.
Yeah, it's all traffic jammed up. So she looked at all my places. She was like, here's where I'm going to poke you to try to, get all the bad juju out. And so her instructions to me while I laid on this table for 20 minutes was to think about triggering thoughts as much as I could. She's like, try to trigger yourself. She gave me this little bell to ding if I got too triggered, so she could come. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it was weird.
Where is this?
Blue Valley. So over on the Kansas side.
Okay.
It's called Blue Valley Acupuncture, I think.
Oh.
So what I'm doing with her for the next I've done twice now. I have 2 more weeks, and it's come every week. And she said a lot of times your body gets used to like being in a certain state of low energy and whatever. And so she's like, for 4 weeks in a row, I'm going to reset you, and we're going to see how long it holds. So I went to my initial appointment, and then I went back 2 days ago, and she's like, one of the things that she looks at is like your pulse on either side of your body, because it should be the same in all the pulse places. And when it's not,
there's a traffic jam.
So she's like, once your pulse is even, then the next week we'll see how long it lasts. So I've been loving it. I almost had to ding the bell this week because I think she left me on that table way more than 20 minutes with my thoughts. And I really wanted my pen. So I asked her about it. Because I'm like,
the pen?
I did.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, what is your medical professional opinion on marijuana? And she goes, it's a healing herb. I said, yes, Sandra.
Yes, Sandra, it is.
But then she did give me a little speech on like, don't go too crazy. If you're using it for anxiety, find the root cause, whatever. But
well, yeah, that's good advice.
It's great. So acupuncture for me, I mean, I've only done a couple sessions, but I think it's a 10 out of 10. I'm enjoying it a lot.
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe an 8 out of 10. maybe an A, because you are poked with needles and it does hurt.
Oh, it does.
Yeah.
Does it hurt more in a traffic jam?
I don't know. I did ask her. She said it's not supposed to be like where it's traffic jam, but you have nerves that she's hitting. Like her goal is to, really
Get on your nerves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like specifically the first time she put them between my toes and the toe skin. Oh, that was a rough one.
So on average, how many needles do you have in your body at a time in a session?
This last time was 12.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking like 100.
Here, some in my hands, and then what?
And so if I went, she wouldn't put the needles in the same place.
She'd poke you different.
Oh, I want to go. So in the season of transparency, how much is a session?
$100, $90.
Oh.
Like a massage.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how long are you in there?
It lasts for an hour because she does analysis before and after, but the needles are in you for 20 to 30 minutes.
Okay.
And you're laying in the dark, and she has peaceful music, and you have a bell in case you can't handle it. And it was great. It was great.
All right. I'm going to have to try that. Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. So I have one more, and really, I don't even know if we can say that I fully gave this a go.
Okay.
But cold plunging. No, I do not like that. I don't like to be cold. I like to be in a hot bathtub with butt water.
Yes.
Personally.
Right.
Didn't make me.
You tried it
once.
Okay.
In college, I did it all the time. Like during preseason, we would jump in there, but we were outside where it was 105 degrees, and it was good for sore muscles.
Okay.
But to just go outside and go do one randomly.
Right.
No.
Yes.
It's a no for me.
Yes. We did have a cold plunge tank for a while and a industrial ice machine.
I think I saw videos of you cold plunging.
I hated it. I only maybe did it 4 times. It was awful.
It didn't even make your list of weird health things.
I hated it so much.
Yeah, I just put it on my list because I don't try things very often, but I also want to talk about how much I hate this.
You know what I saw, and I don't know if this is true at all, but I did see it, a screenshot on Instagram of a Mel Robbins podcast where she was interviewing somebody that was an expert in women and cold plunges. And the screenshot said that cold plunges aren't as good for women as men.
Oh.
And that women should do it at go look at this before you just follow what I'm saying. I think it said that women get the results they need at 55 degrees. None of this cut the ice block and get in for women because of how much it messes with your hormones. And that 55 degrees, which is basically tap water without the ice.
Yeah.
Tap water is just fine for women. And they get the same results as men that do the crazy stuff.
I actually really love that study.
Maybe we go with it.
Maybe we do.
It was on Mel's podcast, so I trust Mel.
I don't even like to get in a pool in the summer.
Yeah.
It's too cold.
I have to psych myself up too.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's some moms that love it, but I don't love cold. Do you open your eyes underwater?
I don't go underwater. I tell my kids, don't expect me to be the fun mom at the pool because I will be sitting on the lounger and I will be reading a book or scrolling TikTok. I'll come throw things in for you to go sink and play, but I will not be getting in that water.
Oh, because it's cold.
Because it's cold. Mm-hmm. Our neighborhood pool has a 0 entry, so if I get a little too hot, I can go splash myself a little. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but you will not catch me cannonballing.
Good for you.
Into a pool. How about you?
Boundaries. Yeah, I'll get in and I'll play. Mm-hmm.
You're a cool mom at the pool.
Yeah, I think I'm a cool mom, but I like playing.
Yeah.
Just I wear goggles.
You wear goggles.
Yeah, I don't like my eyes to get wet.
You play mermaids?
Yeah, we do tunnels where you swim through each other's legs. Yeah. Okay, so another weird thing that I tried, and I haven't done this for a year or so, but I was on a kick pretty much my whole adult life where I would cut caffeine out every once in a while. Once a year, I'd go no caffeine. I think probably that was some weird religious thing that you don't want to be addicted to anything. Mm-hmm. And so I was very concerned that I was going to get addicted to caffeine and then it was going to overtake my body and I would never be able to function. And then they're going to find out caffeine's basically like cocaine and it was going to be a whole thing.
Spiraling out of
I
control.
spiraled And so I would just cut it out for like a week or a month or whatever.
Just to make sure like you're in control.
Uh-huh.
I don't think that's a bad thing.
Yeah. Maybe not, but I don't think my motivation was that good because it was out of fear. You know?
Yeah.
And now I just really like caffeine. The other thing about caffeine that I learned from all that is caffeine half-life. Do you know what that is?
Nope.
Okay, so caffeine has a half-life. They say it takes 10 hours for all the caffeine to leave your system, even though we stop feeling it after like 2 or 3. So the half-life of caffeine is you feel it, and then your body still processes it even when the feeling's gone. So they say like it really can affect your sleep up to 10 hours before. So you go to sleep at 10, you're done with caffeine by noon. If you really want it to be gone from you.
I feel that. If I drink caffeine afternoon, I'm awake all night. Like, in fact, I had caffeine yesterday at 2:45 p.m.
And
Well, so I was just testing because I have my new pen,
Yeah.
you know? And so I was like, maybe the pen will just let me still fall asleep.
did not. Did
No.
not balance.
I got bad sleep. I was up at 3:20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I learned our lesson.
Yeah. But I am fully addicted to caffeine.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. What's your caffeine schedule?
Wake up. I'm not a coffee girl. I like carbonation straight to the throat first thing when my eyes open.
Okay.
So it's like an Alani.
An Alani first thing. Okay.
First thing.
Then
Yep.
what? Do you pre-workout?
Not really.
Oh, okay.
I've been on a 6 a.m. kick, and the Alani is like a good enough pre-workout. I can't imagine like the Alani plus a pre-workout.
Yeah.
I don't hate pre-workout though, but I just don't feel like it's always necessary.
Mm-hmm.
What about you?
I do a double shot of espresso in the morning.
Okay.
Some cream. And then always a pre-workout. And so I work out at random times. Super.
What pre-workout do you like?
The first form, whatever that is.
Okay.
It's like a green tea one, so I don't think it's like double X factor. Like there's maybe like 80 grams of caffeine in it. And there's probably some electrolytes too.
The problem with drinking this while we're podcasting, I have so many bubbles. This is probably picking up all the bubbles.
We'll find out.
We will. I've like grabbed this a couple times too.
Really?
I think it's too close. Hopefully it didn't ruin anything.
We'll find out.
We will.
Yeah, so that's that in the morning, and then I do always pre-workout. And usually I have another coffee during the day. Or an Alani. I like Red Bull too.
I do too.
Mm-hmm.
And I like if I have an Alani at 5 in the morning for like a 6 a.m. workout, then I will have not another Alani because that's 200 milligrams. That is too many. That's 400.
Yeah.
And so I will have a Red Bull because it's only 80.
Mm-hmm. Do you get the mini ones?
I get the mini ones.
Yeah.
And I like the pink one.
Mm-hmm.
Have you had that one?
Yes.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah. We have a friend in the neighborhood who works for Red Bull. And I think she has the coolest job. She's always like posting the flavors and they get to try the flavors before they come out. What a cool job.
Really, really cool.
Yeah. So she just
Should
posted
we get her on the pod?
Kelly would come on the pod.
Yeah.
She absolutely would to talk about energy drinks probably.
Yeah, I mean, I am so down. We could have a whole episode on caffeine.
Absolutely. I wonder if Magic Mike would participate.
Caffeine?
Yeah, he probably has an opinion.
I want to interview Magic Mike really bad because I only know him in one setting.
Mm-hmm.
But to bring him into a new setting.
Yeah, I love that.
And, you know, he works on a lot. I mean, he's been through a lot with all these people he's working on.
He's really seen us through.
He's really just probably seen a lot.
Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah.
Love him.
He's really awesome.
Anything else before we wrap up?
I don't believe so.
I don't know if I have any other new things I'm going to try. I'll go to Magic Mike. That's on my list this summer.
I will think about doing some acupuncture.
Maybe I'll just bring you.
I want you to finish.
I'll do my 4 weeks and I'll tell you about it.
Yeah, finish your 4 weeks and tell me because that seems like a far drive and stuff.
There's some of them here.
Okay.
Acupuncture is here, but I wanted somebody that was like into the weird stuff.
You wanted the weird stuff.
Yeah, I did just want I wanted to like go to China.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think she did, but in my head I can pretend.
Yeah. Yeah. She might have. Okay. Bye.
Yeah, that was only 20 minutes.
Shut up.
Yeah.